In this video, I want to share with you the three-step system that took me from an amateur producer to finishing a high-quality track every 2 weeks, all while working my day job, running a YouTube channel, and creating an online course that takes you from stuck to finished. It's the same system that one of my clients, David, used to go from 0 tracks in 2 years to finishing his first ever track in just 2 weeks. And at the end of this video, I will give you a tip that ties all the three-step system together, as without using this system in the right way, it won't push you forward. But first, I want you to think about the time where you sat in your studio or wherever you make music and you kind of just opening a synth, playing with random parameters, or just dropping random samples into your project, really hoping that this time something will stick. But usually it doesn't, because if you just do random things, your progress will be random as well. It's the exact reason why I had so many unfinished tracks, and it made me feel like everyone is making progress while I'm stuck behind. So I thought to myself, what are those producers I really like do differently? What makes them finish tracks consistently and keeping the high quality standards? And I eventually realized that something fundamental was missing in my approach for producing music, preventing me from making real progress. It's all to do with a simple system for setting goals that push every step in your track forward. And to remember it easily, I created the acronym SWH, SWWH, but we will get to that in just a moment. I want you first to think about the last time you set yourself some sort of a difficult goal but ended up not doing it. I will give you an example. Remember the last time you thought to yourself, next week I will go to the gym. Next week I will clean my house. Or on the weekend I will work on music. But when the time comes and not just that you didn't go to the gym, cleaned your flat or made music, you almost forgot about your intentions. It can happen for several reasons, but most likely because you're being too vague about your goals. Or in other words, you just didn't say them out loud. Let me explain the science behind it. You know how when you read a book, you move your lips even though you don't say the words out loud. It's how evolution works. You remember what you read better if you actually say the words rather than just skimming through the book. So saying something out loud creates a stronger memory trace in your brain. When you experience or learn something new, neurons in your brain fire in a specific pattern, and these patterns form the memory trace. Over time, this memory trace can be strengthened or forgotten, depending on various factors such as repetition, emotional significance, or if you have a system for setting goals, which I'm going to show you in this video. And if you follow the system, you will reach your goals much faster because you will work with purpose. So S for specific. I have friends that say that want to produce music for years, but they struggle with consistency, or they don't even start at all. The thing is, when you have a clear system for setting goals, starting a task and consistently doing it is much easier. So first, you need to be specific about when exactly you are going to work on music. This is the first step of the system. Instead of thinking about your goals, you should start by saying them out loud. On Wednesday morning at 11 a.m. I will work on music. But making music is still a pretty large and vague goal. That's why you need to be specific about what you're going to do with your track. This is the second step in the system. Instead of I will work on music, change it to I will work on the kick and bass of this track. But we're still missing one more thing to complete the formula. You need to be specific about how you are going to achieve this goal, which is what synth you're going to use, what rhythm, and so on. So being specific about where, when, and how. Now, what ties it all together is the way you approach making music. We are so used to focus our energy on the end result. At school and uni, the exams are what matters, not the process of studying. That's why when we take an art form, such as music production, we struggle to shift away from that mindset, where the final product is all that matters. Instead, make the process your goal. When your goal is to just focus on the base of the track, instead of only thinking about the end result, the full track, all the stress fades away. You're achieving your goal as long as you're working on the base of your track. Making a track is a large goal and can be intimidating, so breaking it down into small and manageable tasks keep you focused and minimize distractions. As you're working with a clear target in mind, achieving small tasks give you the sense of accomplishment and builds momentum and motivation. But there is one mistake that can still ruin your progress even if you set clear goals. And watch that video to find out more.